Welcome back, Virgo, to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Virgo, this is going to be your monthly February 2025 read. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher, if that is you. Welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages accordingly. Sun, moon, rising, Venus. If I didn't already say that, I can't even remember already. Holy smokes. So with that, we're going to jump into it. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, those that have booked personal reads. That information, if you are interested, can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page, and channel memberships are open. So that's that. Let's get straight into it here, Virgo. We'll see what's going on here in February for you. I don't know, I feel like you got some frustrations brewing there, Virgo, not gonna lie. A lot around community aspects for you, and you also sitting in the South Node is, it's karmic stuff. It's stuff that's got to be worked out, coming out of the practical and tangible, leaving behind materialism is what I'm hearing as well. Some of you, masculine energy specifically, if you're leaning more into that energy right now, this could be around like heart, home, like is Chris Rex says on Minnow Pond Tarot, I love him. Is the juice worth the squeeze here, Virgo? And it's kind of like, I feel like you are feeling squeezed in by constraints of other people's bullshit, honestly. If I could, I don't think there's any other way to put that, just on the intuitive side of this before the cards are on the table. So, I don't know, we'll see what's going on. Be careful, masculines, if you're dealing with a feminine energy, or a female, right? Call for what it is, male, female, them, they, doesn't matter, of how seductive something can be too. Okay, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know, I just get this big sexual vibe kind of thing happening here. Friends with benefits kind of feel, Virgo, in February. What is happening? You could have been close to a friend or something for some time, and now it's kind of like you're seeing a change in their personality. A little seductive, I'm not gonna lie. I like the way that comes through. It's a little precarious. 2:22 on the clock when I just looked up. North Node and Capricorn. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but this is like somebody setting up to achieve what they desire to have in this life. And the choice, Spirit is saying, the choice is yours, Virgo. So, you have to be clear about what you want. If it's this seductive person you're dealing with, or if it's a home, or if it's a job, or, whatever the thing might be, that's totally your choice. Leo, you could be dealing with a Leo. So we've seen Leo and Capricorn come out already here. I think listen, I can't get away from this feeling, Virgo, that you're getting a little pissed off about something. Like, it's like, I'm trying to bite my tongue. I'm trying to keep my composure here. I want to pay attention to the things that light me up, make me feel good, spark some passion and creative senses and flows and juices and all that stuff. But you feel like you've got some underlying situations, and then definitely could be dealing with a Leo. There's the sun. So you've got Leo and you've got the sun card here. It is your source of energy, Spirit is saying. Some of you could be, depending on where you are in the world, begging and praying for some sunlight, needing the sun, to bask in the sun, right? But that creativity, as I talked about, and then Gemini underneath the deck with the 3, cross-pollinate. Virgo, they're saying your North Node could be being challenged at this time too. So there's definitely some challenges when we talk about that Leo energy, right? You think about the traditional tarot, the Rider-Waite, in that card, she's trying to master the lion, right? Trying to be ginger with the lion, trying to get the lion to just open up and let me get that achy tooth out of your mouth kind of thing, right? You need to separate yourself from something here too with this Gemini cross-pollinate. Somebody here also has their head buried in the sand. Virgo, for a time, Spirit is saying that head being buried in the sand could have been you, simply because you didn't want to have to deal with a particular situation that is not leaving you alone. So it's like you've kind of let sleeping dogs lie for so long as you could. But this other energy or situation, person maybe too, right, is kind of like all over you and in your face, and you can't hide from it much longer, because it's either somebody is really coming on very strong to you, or they're very in your face, or they're very like demanding, and it's like they won't let you not see their presence in some capacity. So it's testing you whether you want this or not. I really don't feel like you do, because again, this whole head buried in the sand is like, I just know, right? Like I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to have to address this. Like it doesn't have to be this hard. Like it doesn't have to be this complicated. Can we just all get along kind of feel. So there's you got some frustrations brewing, Virgo. Like it's a there thing is what I'm going to call it. It's a there thing. Spirit's telling me to go ahead and get a card on this person or situation you're dealing with here. See the box, right? The destroyer. Who have you dealt with, Virgo? Really? Like, you know, I don't know what this last chapter with this situation or person represented, if this is something that's kind of Spirit calling it old and familiar, but I do feel like you have removed yourself from a particular situation. This box to me is like the inner workings, the inner linings of something that you're trying to hash out is what Spirit is giving me. And the more it's like a nagging child, right? The more you ignore them, the louder they get, you know, that kind of thing. That honestly with this box feels that way to me. And again, I read these cards intuitively, so if you've got the archetypes deck and you've read the book, like, don't look at me for that definition. This is, you're pissed off. Someone else is pissed off because they're not getting their way. You're starting to see signs, symptoms of traits of this situation that are showing up very differently. I feel like you've entered something kind of in a footloose, fancy-free, non-committal, and that doesn't mean relationships, partnerships, romantic ships, whatever you want to call them, but non-committal to, hey, let it be whatever it's gonna be, and it's been fun. Spirit is saying it's been fun, but now somebody's losing their patience or their wherewithal in a situation because they're not getting what they want from you. So I feel like you've got 3 different situations going on, Virgo. So this could be like past, present, future kind of thing, in the sense of if these situations are in relation to people, which I'm sure some of them are, you're needing to address how you handle people, and what work you're going to do with those people in the future. Like if you're going to incorporate them into your life somehow, it's a little different, So let's clarify. Let's see what else is going on in the month of February for you. Okay. Spirit just said February 31st, and you know, the Spirit on that side of the world obviously does not know time, right, the way that we do or what we've been taught. But I would say the 21st on that note. So February 21st could be a specific and important date. Even the 18th of February could be a very important date for you too. That seems to be, Spirit, that seems to be the catalyst for the change. Now, I think there's 28 days this year. I don't think it's a leap year. Go 3 days out, right? So 29, 30, 31, it's 3 days out. So maybe you could be looking at the fact that March 3rd could hold some significance too, and it's luck related, Spirit is saying. So greed and hot, I'm telling you, like somebody wants more of you. Like they want what you've got, Virgo, what you got going on there, right? Laziness, they're obsessed. It's devil sorts of energy there, and they're gonna be mean about it, like explosive. Like I said, coming on strong, right? And there's that hot card, that explosive energy. It's like the what's the word? Not tornado and not avalanche. Those could have significance. I don't quite know. But volcanic. There we go. If I could talk. But what's crazy about this is it's the passion, right? Like somebody's having some desire for you that could have been a long-term friend that all of a sudden they're like, I just woke up yesterday and realized like, I love you. I need you. Right. And you're just like, I didn't think that was the thing here. Like, I thought we were friends, right? Then you've got this other situation as somebody who's obsessing over a scenario with you here, Virgo, that it's like, just leave me alone. Let me go. Cut me loose. And it's funny too, because Spirit also brings up the fact that it's like, let's just say as an example, right? Like, it's the dating field, and for the longest of time, like, you know, I don't know, maybe you're on an app or doing speed dating or something, and there is just, it's nobody. It's calm, it's quiet, you're bored, you're over it, and next thing you know, you got 15 people in your inbox, and you're like, what the hell just happened here? Spirit goes, energy shift, you know, toodles, that kind of thing. But now you're being faced with multiple situations, and I don't think you're real happy with any of it, period. And this could be work, right? This could be lots of things, but all of a sudden, situationally, you're like, this is not at all what I want. This is not what I need in my life. This is creating some sort of havoc and or chaos that's making me extremely uncomfortable. The wisdom or the apple card comes out, and on that card is sexuality. So it's like you've learned who to mess with, who not to mess with, if that is what it is, and depravity. Like, there you go. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, seduction, everything I said. Commitment. Like, somebody, Virgo, is really on your case to commit to, I'm going to tell you, it's an ugly energy. Like, there's really no other way to slice this. It's like somebody wants something from you. They're almost desperate, the way this feels to me. And I feel like you could be dealing with desperate people all around you, and then Spirit says, but then there's somebody who's got a voice of reason. So you could be leaning into somebody for advice at this time, who's got this wisdom that it's like, I need to acquire like my sanity in this. Like, you're trying not to lose your sanity in whatever this is for you. But it's challenging, to say the least, in whomever or whatever you're dealing with. This is part of your work in progress here, Virgo. Death, nothingness, meaningless, erasure, forgetfulness. Like, you could miss a specific date of something. This could be something like a dentist appointment, doctor's appointment. It's like a scheduling conflict as well in February. You genuinely just forget, right? Like, it's like you've got so much going on. Maybe all this chaos and confusion has got you like out elsewhere mentally, right? Where you end up forgetting a specific date, and then somebody is just like, I can't believe you did that. What were you thinking? It's like, how could you forget to take her to the dentist? You know, some shit like that. And it's like, I'm a fucking human being. Can you cut me a break? Like, you've got me going this way, that way, 1,000 ways to Sunday, and then you wonder why I can't think straight anymore, right? This work too, when we talk about self-work, Virgo, this is guiding you to do some self-work about these types of people and or relationships that are popping into your life or situations. But it's also, the point to this is, whatever you hold, there's some sort of value. I don't care if you live in an apartment. I don't care if you live in a $5 million mansion. Somebody sees this value tied to your resources, tied to their ability to live life comfortably. And whomever these chaotic, conflicting energies are that you're dealing with at this time, they want a piece of what you have, right? So it's like somebody who could be very over-sexualized, to be honest with you, right? Like, that's where, you know, it's like, have you ever been stopped by a cop and stick your boobs out, if that's you ladies, right? And like, show a little cleavage and get out of that speeding ticket kind of thing. Like, that's really how this person operates, is I will show myself to you in ways that you can't resist me kind of thing, right? It's a little funky, not gonna lie. And that's where they're kind of operating from at this time, is like, Virgo's got some, you know, they put in the work, they do the thing. So I'm going to latch on to that in any manner that I know how to. Be careful, because it's likely you're going to be fooled by this person if you believe what, you know, it's like, are you picking up what they're laying down? And if you pick up what they're laying down, I think you're going to be ultimately surprised at the end of the day. But I do feel like this is already on your nerves, whatever this is. So they could just be clingy or demanding a lot of you. If it's, you know, situational, it's not love, or whatever this might be for you. but you recognize, like, after you engage with whatever this is, it's like, I just want to go throw my face down. Like, I can't, like, right? Just complete, like, it's too much. The energy is too much. They're draining you of, you know, what makes you feel good or the positive things in your life as a result of that need from you, right? So definitely dealing with some vampires here. The Sun, loss of control, reckless derailment, speeding. Don't be speeding, right? Be careful. Pay attention to where you're going, what you're doing. If you have a truck, be careful you don't scrape the sides of that truck, okay? But this this Sing card comes out. Soul, sing, song, praise, curiosity. Here, what is this? There comes that hot card again, and then the same two cards that were on the split, Virgo. This greed and that hot card come out crossing, loss of control, and Sing. I said, there's no other way to slice this. Divine intervention is coming. It's coming. You may not understand right now, or may not really, like, be a big fan of how this is playing out, but I feel like you gave somebody or multiple situations free passes consistently on behaviors. They really do feel behavioral to me more than anything. And you're starting to recognize, again, a pattern, a trait, a characteristic about somebody or something that is like, I really didn't want to think that of you. I really didn't want to believe that of you, but here it is. Here it is. And it cannot be ignored anymore. I cannot put my head in the sand. I can't stick my tail feathers in the air and my head down. Because every time something good starts for you, it's like, oh, Virgo's doing better. Here I come, right? It's not, I say it's not good. Like, it's not good. Gold could be specific. That color really stands out here with, there's a lot of golds here, a lot of yellows. This is your solar plexus energy, Virgo, of what you need to work on for yourself as well. Spirit, oh my God. Stupidity leads to misfortune, right? So it's like, all right. It's like, do you step into this stupidity with this other person or this situation that leads to some demise in the long run? Again, as I say about this gold and this yellow, like, this person could very well, there's more gold in this destroyer card. You see that right there and there. They want, it's greed. It's very greedy energy. But divine intervention, somebody you're dealing with ultimately, and this sounds terrible, but it's the way the universe does work sometimes. They could end up having some kind of health issue that gets them off of your tail feathers for a little while anyhow. And you, again, it's whatever stress is divinely alleviated for you, because it's almost like they're distracted with something. Some of them could be health issues. Others of them, I feel like they've got their own chaos separate of the chaos they're creating in your world. So it's like, when that happens, if it's not already happening, Spirit is saying, you get to kind of have this break, and then you know, when you're out of the storm, you can see clearly, right? You come out of that tornado, you can see all the things around you much better. You see the difference of their personality and their lack of wisdom and how chaotic that could be. So even if you've had people that have been close to you, like I said, maybe you've had a friend and all of a sudden they're interested, right? Where you're just like, this is chaos and this is out of control and this makes me stressed. And, you know, they went off and, I don't know, took a vacation or something, and life became really calm and they weren't around a lot. So you got to see that difference. But the intervention here is showing you a moving point for yourself out of these situations. And then it's like to kind of, Spirit saying, lay the game plan, how you do remove yourself, because I don't feel like for some of these situations, not all of them and not for all of you, but you almost have to make a very methodical approach, or take a methodical approach about how you remove yourself from this, because there could be a long-standing working relationship in to some degree that just going, here's the bird, see ya, is not, you know, you just can't do that kind of thing. So be aware of that energy. 8 of Cups, you are going to get out of this, and it's going to be disappointing, especially if this is like even like family or somebody you loved or cared about. How messed up they really are, how unaware they are, how greedy they are to certain things. And you know, you really do see the value that you hold in somebody's life when you tell them no, right? Those personal boundaries, right? I'll forever preach boundaries, like teaching a Sunday or preaching a Sunday sermon here. Telling you, 7 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. There is, let's just put a hypothetical right out there that you've been helping out a friend or something, and they've asked you for 20 bucks here, 40 bucks there, I'll pay you back, I'll do the thing, right? And they've gotten themselves into something, and you know that it's highly likely with your personal wisdom that they're going to be in a tough spot, and they're probably going to ask you again, and you're already kind of contemplating, like, if they do come to me for asking for $1,000, am I going to give it to them? Am I going to help them? Am I going to do this thing? You know that it's coming, 21:21 on the clock, but at the same time, it's like you're kind of leaning like, yes, no, it doesn't really matter, whatever. Something is going to take place that puts a halt to a plan that, you know, that I'm trying to find the best way to explain this. You know that this is coming. You know that they're already like pre-planning it in their head. Like, how do I get Virgo to agree to this, right? Like, where's the master plan here? And so you know it's coming. You're fully aware that it's coming. Something happens with them specifically that stops that plan from moving forward. And again, it's like that break that you're getting. So I don't know. Some of you could just be going, I have to work today. I can't talk to you. Right? I have to, you know, I'm picking up schedules and days, and I'm making schedules and time, and there's the Queen of Swords. You're methodically trying to get your way out of certain situations. Be careful to people that cling on to you, right? They're just showing me like this, you take them there, you do this for them, you do that for them. A lot of giving here, Virgo. How is that benefiting you, right? Ask yourself, how is that benefiting you? This depravity, King of Wands, Temperance. Trying to put a fire out. You're really trying to put a fire out with this situation. I just heard, how could you want me one day and not the next? So this person or this situation could have kind of pulled you in. It would be like work going, I need you today, tomorrow, and constant. And then all of a sudden, like, it's like working a job where you don't know if you're going to have hours or not, right? So it's like, you know, they worked me for 5 days straight, you know, just insane hours. And then next week they're like, we don't need you at all. It's like feast or famine, right? So that's kind of how this feels to me as well, is like, they want a lot and then they disappear. They want a lot and they don't need you. You're disposable to them, right? You're disposable to them. So pay attention to that energy. 9 of Pentacles. They're gaining some kind of material success, right, from you in this way. And they're holding on to that. They're trying to hold on to you as kind of like a plan B kind of thing, Virgo. When their shit goes south, there you are coming in, you know, independent and capable of a lot of things, and wanting to enjoy the fruits of your labor rather than them laboring to do their own shit, right? So it's like, you know, get off your butt and do your own thing, that laziness, greed, and obsession. All right, what is this Sun about? So this, I feel like this is going to take about 3 weeks, Virgo, to play out at the height of its, Spirit is saying. So I think that this has been going on for some time, maybe 4 weeks for some of you. But the height of this is going to take place throughout the month of February. You're going to probably feel pretty drained by the situation when it's said and done, but again, the sun showing itself again, 2 of Pentacles, it's highlighting, 1, the situation, the people, the disillusionment that may have been had in the past. You're needing to introspect on this. And then at the same time, it's like you're feeling better. You're feeling good. The sun is lighting you up, right? It's warming your soul to go, look how much better you feel when this situation is not going on, right? Or this person's not around, or this job is not calling you. So just be aware. Be aware. Justice. coming out sideways in the Seven of Cups. Virgo, don't feel bad for saying no. Like my nose just got super congested all of a sudden. Emperor. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to keep sniffling on the camera. I don't know where that came from all of a sudden. You're having a hard time. Listen, Virgo, I think the best way I can explain this to you is take what you hear with a grain of salt, whatever they say. Pay attention to their actions. And then pay attention to your own guilt that you have within on helping people, not helping people, doing something nice for somebody. Candles. Candles could be of significance. I don't know where Spirit just threw that one out there for me. Like maybe you buy them a candle or you're trying to do something nice and they may be like, oh my God, thank you so much. I love this. This is great. But what I really need was pots and pans. How do we go from this to this? I was trying to be nice, and then you want that. Like, it doesn't balance out, right? Stop providing support to people that are not giving that back to you. How do they show up? If they're always at your door asking for more and more and more, and they need and they need and they need, what are they doing for you? How are they benefiting you? What is being given in return, right? And it's not that we do things with the anticipation or the expectation of getting something in return, but at the same time, like, would you get the same care and treatment if the shoe was on the other foot, right? So pay attention to that, because it's kind of like the lines are getting blurred, things are getting crossed. If they wouldn't do it for you, I'm going to sound like a tit for tat child here, but don't do it for them, right? Like, discern on a spiritual level what that looks like for you. But I think you guys are getting ready to go through some major lessons with you being in the South Node. Anybody with significant Virgo placements, right? It affects all of us, not just those with those signs, but it affects all of us because the energy is changing. So I would expect that you're going to learn a lot through this experience. Grounding, and could be dealing with a narcissist. I don't use that word lightly, but there it is. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. Everything I've said, right? Everything I've said. Because of your stability, because of how you show up, because of how you endure like the brunt of a lot of things, and you may not say a lot, you may not do a lot, but you take that on and you're just like, it's fine. Like, we'll just figure it out. Like, it'll get done. It'll be fine. This could be in regards to romance, right? Twin flames. But what the point of that, and I do not romanticize twin flames. I think it's a bunch of pish posh. Those people are to come in and to show you things, to teach you very hard and valuable lessons. They're not your end all be all. That's just my take on it. That's how I feel about it from all the years of doing this. They couldn't make a healthy choice to save their life. Seriously. All right, heartbroken. Woe is me, right? Victim mentality. You see it. It's like, you know, they say people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones kind of thing. Like, this person tells you they know you. Like, there's like this talk too of like, I understand you, Virgo, I know you, and all of these things. And they get you comfortable to open up, and once you open up, they use it against you. So be mindful. All right. Whoa. There comes that twin flames and cut down, like, heartbroken in pictures. Like, this is the opposite. I'm going to call this as, if I could talk, call this the opposite union of your peace. After you get through these situations, something better does come in, but it's like, it's very disheartening to you. As I say that, heartbroken and then love. As you get through these situations and you're dealing with these situations, it does break your heart because you wanted better for somebody, or you thought better of somebody, right? But you're starting to see it for exactly what it is. And, you know, when they start hounding you and they're codependent, and this, Virgo, could also be you needing to take a look at those codependencies, that guilt, right? Of, well, if I leave them hanging, what are they going to do? I don't know. Maybe they can be an adult, right? Let them be the adult. Let them figure their shit out. It's not for you. The Death card, not enough, and soulmates. You know, you could be dealing with somebody who is, I'm going to call it spiritually aware, or has insight on this stuff, right? Our little spiritual realm. And they use that to their advantage as well. Like, they could be very manipulating, very narcissistic. Big word, I know. Like, not everybody is a narcissist. Sometimes people are just shitty. Call it for what it is. But this is somebody who's like, I know you're meant to be in my life, and oh, Virgo, thank you. Like, they play on the things that mean the most to you. So be aware. Like, girl, what a snake. Be aware. Their love or care about you, job even, hey, you're great, Virgo, we love you, and then next week they're chewing your ass out, or you're not good enough to get those extra hours that you need. You're only good when they need something. It is what it is. Don't be seduced by this bullshit. Plain and simple. Don't be seduced by this BS. Virgo, I'm leaving it there. I hope you have a fantastic February. Clearly some overriding energy of the thing to be aware of. But, you know, use your discernment. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads are open and available. Again, description box below, about section of the page. Channel memberships are open. I'm looking forward to talking to all of you, as always, seeing you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye. The dog is sleeping, snoring. All right, I'm out. Love you. Goodbye.